Hello, dudes and dudettes. Tony Rowe back with another Lead Chess Rapid game against tengo12. I have 12. Hope everyone's having a good... What day is today? Monday. Interesting setup. Will he go d4? Will he play knight c6 or will he take? He or she. Will they take? Knight c6. So that's inviting a Tarrasch if I choose to enter this, which I always do because I like to play against Isolanis. And castles would be the normal move here, but he goes c4. c4 right away is a little different, probably, than knight c3, bishop e7, bishop g5, c4, I have to imagine. I don't know why that would be the case, but I'm sure it's different for one reason or another. First thing that comes to my mind is b3. Usually these premature pawn pushes past like this can be met by b3, or if in similar structures white pushes c5, usually black can strike back with b3. So I'm going to try b3, and I'm partially going to b3 because I don't want to give this guy a main line, which he presumably knows something about, and I don't know that much about. So okay, so he goes h6. Now, where do I go? Very natural would be knight c3. I doubt there's anything wrong with that. h6, huh? I don't believe in it. I don't necessarily have a refutation either, though. A lot of very natural moves. Knight c3, bishop a3, even knight e5. Well, knight e5 hangs the d... knight e5 is even possible because knight d4, queen a4 check, he has to go back, and then... So there are some moves. What's best? Hard to say. I'm just going to go knight c3. I don't necessarily want to go bishop a3 yet. He hasn't moved this dark squared bishop. And maybe queen e7 is playable. I see. Queen b6, knight d5 is usually... And if knight d5, queen d5, bishop e6 is possible, I guess. Do I have to worry about that? And of course the idea is knight d5, queen b3, knight f6 is just a blowout. So I think he pretty much has to take on d5 and try to go into this position. Again, I'm not sure I believe it. Bishop e6, maybe queen e4 is the best, and then I'm actually threatening d5. Still protecting d4, so I think I'm going to do that. This move's taking me by surprise a little bit. I don't believe it can be good. Knight d5, knight d4. I have a pretty hard time believing that's working somehow either. It's just generally not that great of an idea to see complications like this when you're 2 moves away from castling, but that's my personal feeling on the matter. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything. Let's not waste too much time on this. Takes on d4, so he's doing it. So now there's a whole bunch of moves, I guess. There's knight f6, there's knight b6, there's knight d4. I could try and flick in this check. Flicking in this check is actually pretty interesting, isn't it? So if I play queen a4 check, is this real? If I play queen a4 check, he... there's bishop d7, queen d4, queen d4. But then this bishop on g2 protects the knight on d5. So he sort of has to go back, I think. Maybe he can block with the queen, actually. Yeah, that looks pretty bad too, though. All this looks pretty bad, actually. My perennial problem that all of the moves are good. Oh, man. Wait. Okay, so, hold on. Is queen e3 just winning a queen? Am I crazy? After all this, I find a different move. So queen e3, I mean, what is there? Any move, I'm just winning. His only real move is queen e6, but then knight c7. Yeah, this is just crushing. Took me way, way too long to see that. I feel a little bit embarrassed. Excuse me again for the sniffles. My allergies have not gotten any better. Not in the least. He's going to play it out. Does he realize his queen is hanging? Okay, yes he does. Let's see if I can get a rematch with this guy. That game was really quick. Somehow I don't feel like we're going to get one. Yeah, alright. Well, let's take a look. I'll see if I can get another game after this, and we'll have another have another quick one. Where the hell? There we go. What am I doing here? Here we go. Yeah, I mean, not really all that much to look at, actually. There are quite a few choices here for white that are very reasonable. D4 is probably the theoretically most challenging move. Knight c6, as was played in the game, goes into a Tarrasch defense, and bishop e7 probably invites pretty much the same. And then there's d takes c4, which is probably fine, but why? Yeah, d4 is interesting. I think white should go into the reverse Benoni with e3, and then knight c6, takes. I think the usual way to play is rook e1. Maybe not. D3 first. Bishop d6. Yeah, no, I thought rook e1. Maybe I'm wrong, though. What line am I thinking of now? Probably with the bishop already on e7 is the line I'm thinking about. So c4, e6. I just have to clear this up so I don't look like a crazy person. Yeah, I think I might be thinking of this line. And now d4, e3, castles, takes, and then rook e1. Yes, okay. I'm sane. All right. Yeah, there is an interesting trap here, or sort of, I think, positional trick worth knowing, I think, is... maybe this isn't even... Yeah, because the pawn's not on e5. I'm thinking of a different position again. Probably here. Yeah, it doesn't work right. All right, well, don't listen to anything I'm saying. Yeah, I'm a little dubious on c4 right away. The usual way to go into this c4 stuff is to play something like bishop e7, knight c3, castles, and then against the main line with bishop g5, you can see the main line's played quite a bit. Then you can go c4. And this was... this move sort of took off after being recommended in the Grandmaster Repertoire Tarrasch Defense book by my friend Nikos and Jacob Ogard in maybe 2010 perhaps. For a long time, this was kind of regarded as dubious, but they found a ton more resources for black, and the positions kind of took off after that. And it's an interesting move. Of course, it does not go into the very typical Isolani structures after c takes d4. You know, this would be the main line. Very usual. And then after here, bishop e3, I think rook e8. And there are a bunch of different choices for white here. Probably white is slightly better. This is a little bit different after this move, bishop e6. The pawn structure is totally different. So black is playing with this pawn structure. And usually white will try and chip away at it with b3, but playing b3 leaves this knight kind of loose. And so all of a sudden queen a5, bishop b4, and things like c5 start creeping up, and it's black gets a very active game. White has to be pretty precise just to get some small endgame edges, I think, and yeah, I'm not about that. But here I wonder if maybe I don't have to... I don't know really anything about this, but I wonder if I don't have to go into all this knight c3 nonsense. Knight c3, bishop e7, bishop g5, etc. I feel like maybe I have different ways to go. b3 takes. I'm not sure if taking with the a-pawn is better. Stockfish likes taking with the a-pawn. Taking with the queen feels a lot more natural to me. Giving him something to think about if he wants to develop this light squared bishop, and also putting the pressure on the d5 square. h6, yeah, h6 seems kind of dubious to me. I mean, obviously the idea is that he wants to stop bishop g5 now that my queen is pressuring this pawn here, but yeah, I'm just not a believer in wasted moves like this. Bishop g5 isn't a direct threat or anything, and probably black has more active principled ways to meet the threat of bishop g5 and the hanging d pawn than to waste a move on h6. But and after queen b6, I wonder if black is just much worse, because knight takes d4 is the most principled move there for black, but it does lose a queen, it seems like. So if he can't play knight takes d4 after queen b6, I wonder if black is just losing. I mean, I think probably the next best thing is to try and grab the lead in development with something like this, but after queen e4, d5 is really annoying, and I'm just up a pawn for nothing, really. I mean, it almost looks like white has the compensation, too, for the pawn. I mean, rook b1 is coming quickly. I have the safer king and a lead in development, and, you know, I think this is not gonna go all that well for black, so... And probably, yeah, this move is just a massive blunder, unfortunately. Sometimes it happens. You go to record a game, and guy hangs his queen in 13 moves, and what can you do? Bad day for tengo12. I knocked him down to tengo11. That was stupid. Okay, well, I'm gonna record another game right after this. I have some time, and I don't want to leave you guys with this one, or just this one. So I'll be back. Bye, guys.